Hi, Bob and everyone. This is an impossible task, as Bob knows. I always have a lot to say on any topic, and to limit myself to 3 or 4 minutes to talk about Bob Kudrle and his extraordinary 48-year career at the University of Minnesota and everything I know and think about him is just about impossible. I'll do my best. I'm making this video in case I can't join you because I'm going to be out of range a bit, and I want to say how pleased I was that I had the opportunity when I worked at the Humphrey School to have Bob Kudrle as my supervisor and my colleague. I had known of him before I came to Minnesota. He was someone who had written in areas that I used to teach in international trade policy and industrial policy. Some of the early works that were done on the East Asian tigers, for example. He had worked with colleagues that I knew, with scholars that I knew and knew of. He was one of the leaders and the founders of the International Studies Association. And that association is deliberately and wonderfully multi and interdisciplinary. And that reflects the kind of scholar that Bob Kudrle is. He was trained in both political science and economics. He's an economist who understands political science. And that's a bit rare, I think. He has written books, developed programs, taught courses, advised students. Everything he has done has been through this lens of a broadly trained, broadly interested scholar. The kind of scholar we talk about wanting to create when we talk about creating things that are truly multi or interdisciplinary. In some ways, I think of Bob as a scholar before the industrial era, before we began specializing in academia and in the industrial world and in our economies and our workplaces. But he's also a scholar of the future, because this is where we're going. People who can think around these boundaries and work across all of these artificial, perhaps, divisions. And you can see in Bob's work who his colleagues have been over the years. He has written books and edited journals with political scientists, with other economists quite different from him, with professors of law, professors of business, and his friends around the university reflect that diversity too. And I also want to say that Bob Kudrle, for me, on a personal level, has been a great supporter, a great friend, and he has the history of Things International at the university going back so long. You may know or not know that when he was hired, he was in the Quigley Center, and you can see the imprint of Bob's thinking and work and life there too. The Quigley Center became the Institute for International Studies and is today the Global Studies program at the University of Minnesota. He then was one of the founding faculty members at the Humphrey School, and through that was creating everything international that started at the Humphrey School. Originally, it was Bob. And going through, years ago, I got a chance to go through his files and donate those to archives, and deeply impressed with everything that he did over the many years and the legacy he's left at the Humphrey School. And personally, he's the person I could talk to at the Humphrey School about literature, because it's only Bob Kudrle who would understand when I said I'm going through my Trollope phase. And it's only Bob Kudrle who reads Thomas Mann for fun at night in German. Bob, I love you. Congratulations. And I look forward to seeing the next chapter as your life and your scholarship unfolds. Thank you. Bye.